In the quiet town of Nazareth, where life moved steadily, an extraordinary event interrupted the ordinary. The angel Gabriel descended from heaven, his appearance radiating a light not of this world. He brought a message, one that would shake the foundations of time. The Messiah was coming. Addressing Mary, a humble young woman with a heart full of faith, he said, "Do not be afraid, Mary. You have found favor with God. You will conceive and give birth to a son, and you are to call him Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of the Most High." This moment marked the fulfillment of a promise, yet it was not the beginning. To understand the origin of Christmas, one must journey further back, far beyond Nazareth, into the echoes of prophecy and even the dawn of creation itself. Long before the angel's visit, the prophets of Israel spoke of a Savior. Isaiah, standing amid the ruins of a fallen kingdom, declared, "For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace." Micah pinpointed the humble town of Bethlehem as the birthplace of this ruler. "But you, O Bethlehem Ephrathah, who were too little to be among the clans of Judah, from you shall come forth for me one who is to be ruler in Israel, whose coming forth is from old, from ancient days." Each prophecy was a glimmer of hope, a light in the darkness of human despair. Yet even the prophets were simply heralds of a promise whispered long before their time. The story of Christmas truly begins in Eden. The first humans, Adam and Eve, walked with God in a perfect relationship. But when sin entered the world, through their disobedience, that harmony was shattered. Even in their failure, God's mercy shone through. To the serpent who deceived them, God declared, "I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her offspring. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel." This was the first promise of redemption. A Savior would come, born of a woman, to crush the power of sin and death. Though thousands of years separated Eden from Bethlehem, the seed of hope planted in the garden would bloom into the Christ child. From the garden to the prophets, from Nazareth to Bethlehem, God's plan unfolded with precision. The silent years between the Old and New Testament were not a pause, but a preparation, as all of creation held its breath for the arrival of Emmanuel, God with us. Christmas is not merely the birth of Jesus. It is the culmination of God's relentless pursuit of humanity. It is the fulfillment of a promise that began with a whisper in Eden, echoed through the voices of the prophets, and resounded in the angel's proclamation. The story of Christmas is not just history, it is an invitation. Come and see where it all began, not merely in the manger, but in the heart of a God who loved the world so deeply that he would send his only Son to redeem it. This is the story of Christmas, the fulfillment of an eternal promise, a light shining in the darkness, and the beginning of salvation for all who believe. So let us come and see where prophets spoke and where God's greatest gift took on flesh to dwell among us. Let us come and see where it all began.